2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. As you know by now, my good friend Rico, he likes to go out to different establishments throughout the old Pueblo. And when he has a pleasurable experience, he immediately rushes to Google to leave a 5-star review. You did that again this week, huh, Rico?
I did, of course.
And who did you give a 5-star review on?
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
The fast food restaurant?
You know it.
All right, well, tell me all about your experience.
So, yeah, this past week has been interesting, yeah. Our beloved country being apparently dimorphic in its identity, desires, and viewpoints, causing such a rift in what it means to be American. The election causing seismic chain reactions of uproar and emotional backlash with truths and fictions permeating our digital landscapes.
Facts.
Talk about stress. I just want everyone to get along, but lines in the proverbial sand have been drawn, and we humans continue to find ways to entertain and define ourselves with both trivial and valid points of contention. As the seas of chaos and turmoil churn within, I have to find calmer waters and seek solace to reaffirm peace and wisdom in order to become a lighthouse for those trapped in the darkness. And nothing does that better than chicken fingers. Some good old-fashioned hand-battered premium chicken that are marinated for 24 hours, then cooked to order for fingers that are hot and tender down to the last bite.
Delicious.
I knew Raising Cane's would at least be a temporary salvation for me in the midst of societal hell, and as I pulled into the parking lot, the aromas of sugar cane, coleslaw, and cane sauce already soothed my soul. I nodded at the namesake mural and walked into that red-hued, beautiful brick building to see the big emboldened letters that said, "One Love," above the counter. I almost teared up because it's the message we all need right now. This Louisiana love joint is already doing its work on me. I walked up to the gentleman at the register and shook his hand and clasped it with my other, looked him right in the eyes with sullen gratitude and just said, "Thank you for what you do."
Oh, no.
Trying to hold off shock and dismay, he said, "You're welcome?"
Yeah.
While trying to jerk back his hand, but I just kept holding it firmly in place so he knew that I meant it.
You're a creep.
This country is going through a lot right now, but your chicken fingers are the only thing keeping the fabric of Western society from dissolving into the abyss. I just want you to know that, Trent. I let go and he promptly looked down at the register while asking my order. Obviously the Caniac combo, my good man. Bless me with that 6 chicken finger, crinkle cut fried double cane sauce, Texas toast coleslaw, and a large sweet tea delight. Post haste, Trent. And don't go easy on the sauce. Then I held up a $20 bill before making airplane noises and placing it in a shirt pocket. Keep the change, because this country is nothing but change now, my man.
Oh, no.
When my Caniac combo came out, I grabbed that tray and proudly waltzed outside to enjoy the cooler weather. All the clouds of stress and fear dissipated, and rays of sunshine danced all around me as I sat down and pulled out my Bluetooth speaker to play Creed Human Clay album. I spread my Wrangler jeans open and went to Happy Town, cane sauce dripping from my chin as I ravaged the battered pollo of the gods. But then I heard an angry female voice crack through the happy bubble, and Scott Stapp's angelic higher was overpowered by vitriolic energy. Ugh, there's another Trump supporter, the middle-aged lady in the pantsuit said to her colleague, pointing at my gigantic American flag belt buckle. She began to walk out inside, but I quickly retorted, excuse me, miss. I actually wrote in the ghost of Randy Macho Man Randy Savage, and I believe you should check your attitude when walking into the sacred dojo of saucy sacrament and peace.
Yeah, don't assume who people voted for.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I work in the Democratic Pima County building right over there, and I don't think Macho Man Randy Savage is a Democrat, so please don't lecture me.
Oh, come on.
I then said, you're right, he's not. He's a saint with no political affiliation.
Facts.
Do me a favor, lady, and look at the big sign in there. You know what it says? She looks, One Love? That's right, One Love. And in the words of Macho Man, sugar is sweet and so is honey. And the beat goes on. She paused and then reluctantly said, and the beat goes on. And then walked inside with her friend. So yeah. So yeah, it's safe to say America is healing, and I give all the credit to Raising Cane's. 5 stars. And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on.
Goddamn maniac.
It's a
You
true
almost
story.
heard me curse on the radio.
It's a true story.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it so
She
great.
did. She said that.
Not only is it a true story, it's an actual factual 5-star review that you could come across if you Google Raising Cane's. Which location?
The 22nd.
All right, yeah.
On 22nd.
So if you come across Rico's 5-star review
Speedway.
on the Speedway location, yeah, if you come across that location, make sure you give it a 5-star review as well. Let's hit the reset. We got more PV Presents coming up after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, we're back here live. That was our 5-star from yesterday. Welcome, everybody. As we're playing nothing more on the radio, we're going to go into crazy conspiracy theories today. Just start things off. So the first conspiracy theory we'll talk about on the air is a man who swears that leprechauns are controlling the government. So this is the first. I've heard of lizard people. I've heard a lot of different variations of aliens, but I never heard of leprechauns pulling the strings. So
Lizard people? Sure. Leprechauns?
yeah, like
Easy.
You're sounding crazy, bro. Now let's talk more about those lizard people again. So we have that, and also reincarnation. Reincarnation conspiracy theory. What if a human was reincarnated as a koi fish? What would that look like? I have video that's gonna freak you out, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. And we want to have fun since we are on the internet, and the internet loves making up conspiracy theories. We'll make up a couple of our own and see, you know, I mean, hell, let's not just let the wackos who like to say leprechauns are controlling everything have all the fun. I feel like we could come up, brainstorm a pretty wicked conspiracy theory that might grow some legs on the interwebs. Because at this point, why the hell not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's not like we're ruining everything. You can't break it if it's already broken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah. And of course, I'm emulating Eminem today with my hoodie up, forward hat, and
No spaghetti on that shirt.
No, don't make me bust out a rap GPT flow. I will flow, son.
No.
First off, don't act like you're not a fan, dude. I'll play back the video of you making the stank face of me spitting bars, and you know
That was a good one.
no shit, dude. I have plenty of good ones, but you know, like
I said, that was a good one.
no, but I have plenty of good ones. I'm trying to tell you, I have many. But this was Valdez.
I love the teenager energy.
You know this.
I rap.
Yeah, dude. But
Come
this,
on, man.
This
I'll
is
show you.
This is Valdez when I was spitting those bars. He was like this.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So-
because he was constipated.
No. When he looks constipated, that means he's impressed. That's the face, the universal face of acceptance amongst people who are listening to somebody spit bars and then being pleasantly surprised by it.
That's my Suge Knight death row approval face.
Yeah, like if it looks like you're insulted and hurting at the same time, you know you're getting them. You're winning them over.
It's a Patrick Bateman meme where he has that face. Like,
Yeah. Ooh. You know they're redoing that, right?
I heard something about that. That's sacrilegious.
You know who they're casting for that role? Jacob, what's his last name? He's in Euphoria. That guy. He's like the.
Horrible idea, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Well, because they say Patrick Bateman's supposed to be a character you don't like, and this Jacob kid, everybody loves. So even though he has played a bad guy, so I don't know. Let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast, and before we get into new music from the Funeral Project, I want to speak conspiracy theories. Okay, and you can share your favorite conspiracy theories with us in the comments on YouTube.com/beefvegan as we are live on the podcast broadcast. But this is a new one I've never heard before, and again, I am all about the entertainment value of conspiracy theories. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't believe everything that I read, especially on the internet. But there are some things where you're like, there might be a little something to it. You know what I mean? Like the moon thing. The moon is weird. So it's easy to kind of fall down the rabbit hole on that. But have you ever heard about leprechauns being the biggest threat to the world?
No.
Yeah. There's a man who claims that this is exactly the case. Now, with that, some people will say that climate disaster, for some, it's like a crazy dictator. For others, it's climate disaster. So for Johnny Turnip, it's leprechauns. Okay, he calls them the real enemy. Turnip says leprechauns have been using world leaders and royalty as puppets for their own diabolical schemes for generations. Now, have you ever seen the movie Leprechaun?
Yes,
Yes.
a long time
In the
ago.
hood.
Or Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun in the Hood?
In the hood.
You
Jennifer
know,
Aniston was in there.
yes, in the original one, you know they're not to be messed with, and they are evil creatures. If you believe in the folklore that was stated in the Leprechaun franchise. Now this, the Welshman, he's from somewhere in Welsh. I'm an idiot. Well, the Welshman says he even sees their grubby little sausage fingers all over the U.S. election. So if you're thinking to yourself, there's no way that Donald Trump won the popular vote, blame leprechauns. All right. He goes to say you can't blame the politicians themselves because neither Donald Trump or Kamala Harris were even aware that they were being used by these corrupt, gold-hungry, shamrock-obsessed, stovepipe-wearing, alcoholic little pygmies. Shots fired. You know what I mean? This guy is like trying to hit
killed
below
his
the belt.
dad or something.
Oh, you
man.
better watch his back, man. Those are big words.
I'm telling you. You know, I mean, I am kind of leaning towards this being a real theory because I remember when I was in elementary school, St. Patrick's Day, our classroom getting bombarded by leprechauns. And we knew this for a fact because we saw their little green footprints everywhere, all over my desk, bro. I couldn't even concentrate. Since then, that was the day I decided to stop learning in school.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so he went on to say that he and his friends have been preparing to save the world from the inevitable leprechaun apocalypse. And we are all now considered warned. So
he's got a plan, though. He's good.
He's got a plan. What's our plan? If there's an uprising of leprechauns, what are we going to do about it?
I think that's why they dyed the water green in Chicago. So they all like probably travel under that to get to important like Senate hearings and stuff.
Yeah.
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 If there is a overtaking, I, for one, would like to welcome our leprechaun overlords. And
You're not going to be their friends. They don't want you as your friend.
See, is that leprechaun right here? Yeah. So we want to ask you, what hidden group or force secretly is controlling the world? Make it the funniest or creative one, and I will hook you up with tickets for our Lodo show, Return to Dust. So with that said, yes, let's make up our own conspiracy theory for the internet to run wild on. And you can't say leprechauns, though. That one's already taken, unfortunately.
I got one.
Okay, what?
Celine Dion. She controls the Vatican.
Oh, okay. She's been controlling the Vatican since when? Titanic came out?
1983.
Oh, even before.
Way before that. It was a long game. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you later. It's pretty intricate.
All right. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good. Well, I'm going to blow your mind then because it seems like there was a man named Bob who passed away and came back as a koi fish, and I have video to prove it. So you can see this on the podcast broadcast. Join us, youtube.com/beefegan. For you on the FM side, here's new music from the Funeral Portrait. This song's called Suffocate City on Rock 102.1. Yeah, this video.
This is so funny.
It's creepy.
Bob the koi fish.
Bob the koi fish. All right, check this out.
The koi fish.
Yeah, you're gonna be blown away by Bob's face. Okay, so obviously koi fish, big goldfish, they all have interesting
Oh my god.
looks, right?
That's creepy. It looks like the Terrifier.
Yeah, you could already see the face, right? Wait till you see him up close. See the face?
What the hell?
Yep. Bob the fish with
Bob.
the human face. All right.
Well, like, who decided on Bob, or was it the koi fish that told them?
Yeah, it's like, my name is Bob.
Bob.
Look at that. Right there. He's just looking at you.
He looks like if Kratos was middle management.
Say it into the microphone.
I was like, he looks like if Kratos was middle management.
Deep cut.
Deep cut. Yeah. Yep. So that's a human
That's
face
creepy.
on a koi fish.
Can you imagine if it was Jesus?
Right. I imagine there's some horny groundskeeper being like, "Oh shit!" Like it's when the sheep looks like a human, you're like, "Oh, sheep herder banged a fish or a sheep."
It feels like ever since Moodang became like a internet viral sensation, making money, every zookeeper now is like, "What can we find?
Yeah.
What's our thing?"
Wow.
Bob.
It's fads.
Come see Bob.
Yeah. So Patrick would flush that fish down the toilet. It would clog the toilet, but
Bob will come for you.
Bob would come for
Easy.
you. I mean, that's a creepy ass koi, right?
I'm staying away from Bob, dude.
Yes. Lizzie said, I also believe that if you F up during this life, you have to come back until you get it right. So what if you come back as a koi fish? What did you do in a previous life?
Killed a guy named Bob.
Well, I don't know. I think, koi fish, of course, you're stuck in a small pond. Maybe you're like a big fish in the ocean. I don't know. Well, we'll
I feel
see.
like koi fish have it good. No direct predators, just chilling.
Yeah, good morning, Manny.
tourists.
On the Facebook page, we see you there.
Coach Manny.
Look at
Coach.
He's going full names. Good morning,
just
Beefegan.
dead-named
Good
me?
morning, Rico Lee. What are you going to do for Valdez there, Manny? I'm curious now.
It's going to take his identity. I'm Valdez.
All right. Now, I didn't get to show you the video. On the FM side, which I did not record, we talked about, testing sex dolls as a real job, which I legitimately want to apply for. Because why not?
We're going to.
Yeah, $65,000 in a free gym membership because you're going to need to be in good cardio shape if you're going to be having sex with sex dolls consistently and writing up reports on it.
Right.
But you get 22 paid holidays each year, the whole thing. I don't think you have to put in 40 hours. That seems a little much, but
If it was, I don't think that's going to stop you either, though.
yeah, no, yeah, I would just hydrate. With the extra money and the extra income, I would have like a men's clinic come in with IVs to help hydrate me. IV therapy's very popular.
That's my question too. Do you think inside the sexual organ they put in there, they're gonna have like a little thing that detects how many times you're doing the thing?
Yeah,
And they're gonna be like, hey, you're not hitting your quota this month. Like, you want to get fired?
These sex dolls from the Doll Authority, let's see, I'll pull this up right now. They have AI capabilities, so like they're basically working towards having someone who I have to verify that I'm over 18 on this. It's amazing. Have to verify, or no, I'm sorry. They're working towards like full-blown AI robot interactive sex doll. That's one of them, right? And thank you, Ashley. Yes, my birthday's on Saturday. I'm excited about it. All right, so I gotta not go full screen on this because I have to look through the website to see what I could show.
Do your research.
What's the sanitation process on that? Like, do you take her to the car wash and power wash her, or like do you put her in the shower?
That's
like...
gonna be in the FAQ section, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, what would you do? Yeah, you seem like a pretty clean person, when it comes to, your like cars and the things that you own, your material things. So would you power wash it through a car wash, or would you just dunk it in sanitizer? What would you do?
Treat it like a spaghetti Tupperware.
Like late night, go to the car wash on the down low and just power wash it?
I mean, that's the thing, though. So when you go to the car wash late at night, it looks extra murder, right? Like it looks extra suspect where like you murdered a girl and now you're washing your car to try to get rid of the evidence. So that's not good. That's not going to end well for you. And on like closed circuit TV cameras, if they're grainy especially, they're going to think, hey, this guy definitely murdered somebody. So I don't think car washes are good to go. I don't think that's the thing. So maybe get a jacuzzi. And then you take out all the chlorine. I'm looking at these. These dolls run about $1,300 US dollars. And these are the ones on sale, the new arrivals. I can't show you the screen because there's some that are showing nips, They got a Black Friday deal.
If you put the code word beef, you get 10% off.
Yeah, no, I don't have an endorsement there. They have dudes, too. They have male sex dolls. So that's good news for you. And... yeah, they still look like dolls though.
But do they have a leprechaun doll?
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna. Oh, they have just the private parts too for $18.
For those of you who are on a budget.
Yeah, this is so funny.
You get a photo of the full thing.
These male ones look hilarious too. The male ones seem a little bit more. They're a little more expensive.
Wow, sexist.
Yeah, it is sexist. Real quick, here's what the male ones look like, but I can only flash it because you kind of see the tip of a fake doll peen.
Male
right?
sex dolls get paid more too.
Yeah, kind of like anime style. Okay, nope, can't show that. Okay, yeah, I can if I do.
Everybody close your eyes.
All right, here we go. I'm going to go real quick on this. I got to go, boop. Hopefully, don't ban me, YouTube.
Oh.
All right. Okay, so these are the dolls, all right? The best-selling female dolls. All right, name each one. Okay, so Valdez, first one on the left is named what?
Oh, come on, man. Sarah?
Okay, Rico.
Are you asking me literally what it's saying? Because it gives you the names right there.
Oh, no, I wanted you to come
okay.
up with your own names.
Oh, okay,
that's
good. I was playing the game then.
That's a Stephanie, I think.
Yeah, so it looks like a Stephanie.
she
All right,
does.
what about the blonde there, Valdez?
Damn, something basic like Amanda.
That's an Amanda.
Yeah, well, that's actually a Bailey, who's a C cup. All right, and the last one.
Tiffany.
Stephanie, Tiffany, you're going for all the standards there.
A little bit of Monica.
Yeah, hopefully YouTube don't. Those are just dolls, guys. Those are just dolls, YouTube. Don't flag us. Good morning, Marissa. Good to see you on the stream. Perfect timing. All right, so yeah.
Perfect timing.
So this was the company that are hiring for $65,000 a year. You could be a professional sex doll tester, and it's a sex doll product tester and AI trainer. So you train it which is very odd. But that leads me into this, where you can watch. This is Lamar Odom getting a sex doll that is like his ex-wife. It's a doppelganger for his ex-wife. And he posted this, him going on tour with this company to check out the sex dolls in question. And while he was there, he's like, yeah, I want one. Can you make one that looks like Khloe Kardashian? Which, of course, obviously people are pointing out that's super weird to obviously not be over his ex-wife, which could be, obviously the love of his life, and he hasn't let go. But I don't know if this is a healthy way to get over the relationship or continue the relationship, right? Look at he's finger testing. What's he saying with this?
It's bad. Like her fingers and her hands.
Imagine how much you'd love shopping for her, Lamar.
Yeah, no.
Bras and panties.
This will make me probably get into women's fashion too.
Oh, yeah, sure would.
It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, why hold back on normal stuff, right?
Chloe had more cartilage.
Let's see.
That doll probably has less plastic than her.
Facts.
Potentially. All right, I have another aspect here. Oh, that one can't be.
Isn't he?
You have been banned.
Isn't he the vato that OD'd at a?
Yes, he OD'd on herbal dick pills and I want to say cocaine. He ended up having a heart attack. He died at the Bunny Ranch, and he was resurrected, and obviously brought back to life by the working women there. Gave him CPR, but yeah, it was a combination of herbal penis pills and cocaine and stuff. So guy partied too hard.
It's a lot of stress on the heart.
You know, it's so odd. So when I was in a relationship, I remember watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians with my girl at the time, because you have to do that when you're in a relationship. And Kim Kardashian said something about Lamar Odom's breath, and that he might have a cavity because she has this ability to be able to sense cavities and smell cavities. Now, in hindsight, I mean, on the surface at the time, you're like, oh wow, that's a weird talent to have. But in hindsight, that wasn't the cavity breath. That was crack breath. He was smoking and addicted to crack. And so, of course, you're going to have crack breath. And then she's just like, oh, I think it might be a cavity. I'm like, well, yes, I do have a cavity. But, that just happened from me rotting out my teeth from smoking crack.
Got a cavity search.
Yeah. So, here's another video. Let's see. There's profanity in this video, which is fine. We're all adults here. Let's see if this works. I was on TMZ, boom, boom, boom. I want to see the final version of it. I guess we don't have the final version of the sex doll, unfortunately, but yeah, it's so weird. Can you blame Lamar Odom, though, considering that his ex-wife basically had a bunch of plastic surgery just to look like a real-life sex doll? So it's just kind of easy to,
Could be like a vengeful, retort or, sort of, jab at her.
Well, yeah, what's he going to do? He's going to be a creep and, throw the sex doll in the closet or something?
No, he's gonna be like,
you stay in there.
Same thing as you.
Or he's just going to argue with it so he can finally win an argument.
Yeah, well, not if AI is involved.
Smell my teeth. Smells pretty.
It does smell pretty. All right, well, while we get reset here for our next segment, which is going to be science, earlier this morning we did our F My Life. And we did a spin on F My Life today to try to find the silver lining. And we'll see who did better, Valdez or Rico, when coming and finding the silver linings in this morning's F My Life. In case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Check it out.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to us at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call at 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And if we agree your life's after, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets for our Low Dose show, Return to Dust at the Rock, on the 19th, which is next Tuesday. Now, the one thing we're going to be doing different with F My Life today is called the Silver Lining Challenge. So I'm going to read an F My Life situation. We're going to weigh in whether or not the person's life is effed or not. And then I'm going to call on one of you, either Valdez or Rico, to give me the silver lining of this F My Life situation. Find a positive in the negative if we believe this person's life is F. So here's our first email from Rosa. Rosa said, I had a terrible dream where my boyfriend cheated on me with his ex. I woke up almost crying and called him just to tell him how much he means to me. Turns out, my dream gave him that little extra push he needed to confess that he's been cheating on me with his ex. All right, F My Life. What do you say, Rico?
Yeah, F My Life.
All right, what do you say, Valdez?
Yeah, that's an effort.
All right, who wants to give the silver lining on this one?
That's an easy silver lining.
All right, what's that?
You get to move on to a better person.
Okay.
So,
I don't know. You don't sound too confident in that silver lining.
hey, BSing is a fine art I have not been acclimated to just yet.
Okay.
Silver lining. You have Miss Cleo powers. Good job.
Yeah. Silver lining is you're kind of psychic. And, you know, I've had several psychic dreams, and you always want to listen to your dreams. Unfortunately, it's your subconscious kind of telling you the truth that you're ignoring right in front of your face sometimes. So
your superhero power is guilt tripping now. Just getting the truth out.
All right. Well, that's our next one here. This sent to me by Brian. Brian said, my girlfriend tried to clean out the fireplace with a vacuum cleaner. She sucked up a bunch of embers, which set the vacuum on fire.
Oh.
All right. After crying for a bit, she went back to finish cleaning up, only to find that some of the embers that she dumped in a bucket melted through and set part of the carpet on fire. F my life, Valdez.
Yes, that's an effort.
All right, Rico.
Yeah, F my life.
All right, Valdez, give me the silver lining.
You get to spend afternoon at IKEA finding a new rug.
There you go. All right, yeah. The new rug shopping. That's great, dude. Yeah, to cover up the burn hole that your girlfriend created, vacuuming up a fire. Beautiful. And she sounds beautiful. All right, next up, my life email sent to me by Haley. Haley said, it's my long-anticipated 21st birthday. Today also happens to be the first day of my period. I spent the whole morning in the fetal position while with agonizing cramps, reduced to tears, and whimpering while the painkiller refuses to kick in. Happy birthday. Love, my uterus. Now, I know you guys can't relate to this, but do you believe that's enough my life for Haley Valdez?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay. And silver lining, Rico?
I would say that, hey, at least you didn't go to the bar at 21 and get, like, really blackout drunk and wake up in, like, a ditch somewhere.
Well, it's still early, you know.
You want silver lining or what?
Well,
You're not going to get pregnant on your 21st birthday, that's
there
for
you
sure.
go. There you go.
See?
That's my silver lining for you, Haley, is at least you're not pregnant. And yes, I think that is a good silver lining. And here's a pro tip. Drink some pickle juice. As gross as that sounds, it is shown to be kind of like a hack to be able to alleviate cramps. My daughter has always had very bad cramps, and I told her to start drinking pickle juice lately.
It works.
And it does. It absolutely does. So, you know, it's not the end-all, be-all, but it will definitely alleviate some of the pain that you're suffering with. Good luck. All right, next email sent to me by Laura said, I found my beloved hamster dead in her cage.
Aw.
Later that day, my boyfriend told me he already noticed that she was dead last night, but did not feel like telling me because he was afraid I wouldn't feel like doing it anymore that night.
Valid.
F my life. We'll start off with Rico on this one.
Yeah, big baby.
Okay, let's see. Valdez, is that an F my life or big baby?
From her standpoint, it's an effort.
Yeah, it's from her standpoint.
From the guy's standpoint, good job, bro. Good
Right.
That was a
strategy.
relative he found out about, yeah.
All right, whatever. Let's. What's the silver lining, Valdez?
You get to go new hamster shopping.
No, okay. Shopping can't be your go-to silver lining every time. Rico, what's the
It
silver
was
lining?
probably the best sex she's ever had.
Whoa. Okay. Well,
Huh?
I mean that's
A
that's
very
hopeful.
silver lining.
That is hopeful.
Silver lining.
There
Yes.
you go.
Okay. Yeah, I would hope so. If I was the boyfriend, like hiding the death of a love pet, then yes, I would try to give her the best I can give because I know that the reality is going to be crashing upon her soon. All right, final F my life of the day sent to me by Poncho. Poncho said I replaced my bed sheets with new clean ones. I went to the bathroom to wash up, and when I came back, my cat had peed exactly where my head would be.
Ah, bastard.
Yes, F my life, Rico.
Yes.
All right, Valdez.
Effort.
All right, now Valdez, can you give me a silver lining that doesn't involve buying a new bed?
You now have an excuse to go donate your cat to the Hermitage.
Oh, I don't know if that's a silver lining. What do you say, Rico? Silver
I got
lining?
nothing for that one.
All right, fair enough. Well, we real life is that, Poncho. Thank you for that email. Keep those emails coming, beefagain@kfma.com. Let's hit the reset. When we come back, terrible. All right, we're back. And, we got science, an update on the macaque situation in South Carolina. That's been out of control. But I do have 5... I know we're kind of on this sex doll tip, and I'm not hinting to get a sex doll for my birthday. Trust me, because you guys want to see me out in public again, don't you? But there are. I do have a list for Men's Health, the benefits of owning a sex doll. There's a top 5. And I love a list of 5, so.
You're really campaigning for the sex doll.
No, I'm not campaigning for the sex doll, Valdez. Welcome back. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. I just so happened, because now it's in my algorithm, after addressing the issue of the sex dolls and Lamar Odom getting a sex doll doppelganger of his ex-wife, which we all agree is weird.
And liking all the pages and signing up for the email newsletter.
Well, potentially applying to be a sex doll tester for $65,000 a year. What is the amount of money you'd be willing to a sex doll test for a year annually? Like, how much do you need to get paid to have that as your title and to publicly admit what you do for a living? How much money do you need to make, Valdez?
65 is good. I do that.
All right, yeah. What about you, Rico?
Yeah, 15 grand's fine.
And a Quiznos gift card.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, as funny and taboo as this subject is, just know that in 10 years from now, it's going to be normal. It is as normal as buying a TV from Best Buy. They are working on the technology and the surplus of this, and there's so many lonely men out there, right? And women, because they have male options as well. And with AI, and they make them robots, like the movie, AI? Wasn't it called AI that Steven Spielberg directed that starred Haley Joel Osment? Essentially, that plot line is a reality that we would probably see before we see a lot of other things.
What's really creepy is you look at the way ladies of the night kind of holler at you in the streets in these certain cities and things, It's going to be AI girls that already scan you and know your name.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Rico, looking handsome today. Like, hey, what's up, girl?
So you'll feel no difference whatsoever, because I have a feeling the ladies of the night know your name.
It's coupon night. Like, finally.
Such an odd, weird way to
No, I'm saying in the
something.
future they're going to know your things.
Totally. It's totally a future thing. Yeah, yeah.
All right, go back to talking about your obsession. Let's
It's
go.
not my obsession. I'm just... All right, so I did come across this from Dr. Olivia Lee, who is a sex expert and relationship scholar in residence. And I don't know what that means, but she did list 5 things on Ask Men about the benefits of owning a sex doll. So let's see what they are, right? At least we could do is hear her out. She is a doctor, after all. All right, so...
But he's not campaigning.
One benefit is mental health, okay? They say it can be a form of stress relief and stimulate aspects of real-life relationships for those who can't necessarily get a real-life relationship. It's not for those who can and just don't want to put in the extra effort, but for those who can't, this can give you basically close to that. And that's where you can express yourself and not be judged because it's an inanimate object, right? Number 2 is strengthens intimate relationships. Okay, so if you got a partner willing to try new things, you could always, it's a way to spice things up or fulfill the threesome fantasy. Now, earlier this morning, I know we've been on this weird sex kick today, which I guess is not that weird if you've been riding with us for a while. It's kind of stereotypical. But with that, we came across this Adam and Eve poll that said 49% of Americans said that they had a threesome. And I said, that's got to be too high. So we opened up the phone lines and asked our listeners if they had a threesome. 100% of our listeners had a threesome. Some even more so, and were quick to brag. Only one woman, shout out Sandy, but all the dudes were quick to call in and say, "Oh yeah, I've checked that off the bucket list."
How many times? Twice.
Twice is the
Just one
magic
time.
number.
Happened 2 times,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. So it's technically a foursome. Anyways, so this will be a way for, if you're one of the small percentage of people who have had a threesome, be able to do that and strengthen your relationship at the same time. Number 3, loneliness. It helps combat loneliness, a long time before we had to experience a pandemic, but if you were single during pandemic, you could have been lonely. But if you had a sex doll, you wouldn't have to worry about leaving the house, and you'd want to wear a face mask wherever you went just so you could hide the shame. Number 4, your self-esteem. somehow they say that it boosts your self-esteem. Can you imagine a scenario where you just left your house and met up with people? Secretly, you just made sweet, sweet love to your sex doll. How's your self-esteem at? Like, how are you feeling there, Valdez?
It's shameful. You know what really boosts the self-esteem? An actual girlfriend, that boosts the self-esteem.
Well, you know what? That's
Because
nice.
you can take her out with you and stuff. You can't take a doll with you.
Not everybody's an adorable, cuddly bear, so it's not easy for everyone out there to get a relationship. Rico, when was the last relationship you were in?
Very horrible one, not with a robot.
See?
But this thing, kids, you get this inspiration from like videos or quotes or books and things like that boost your self-esteem. Imagine that sex doll going like, you know, you're a very good person. You're very handsome. You deserve a lot more. On the way out, you're like, yeah, my self-esteem, baby.
Yeah, it talks you up.
Yeah, it talks you up.
Yeah. You're the biggest I ever had.
Your
Of course,
friends
you
are
bought
just
me
bored.
new.
Yeah.
But if the movie Megan has taught us anything, is that robots can turn.
Yes, Megan did teach us that. But
Scared the
also,
crap out of me.
Megan did look like Megan Fox.
Mine's
and-
gonna have McAfee and like antivirus in there, so it'll be fine.
All right. Okay. So, the fifth and final benefit of owning a sex doll, according to this doctor, Olivia Lee, who is a sex expert and relationship scholar. So don't take it from me. Take it from her. All right. Community. Community is the fifth benefit of owning a sex doll. So they say if you own one, you can take comfort in knowing that you're not the only one. The feeling of community with like-minded people can be soothing and empowering. There's comfort in knowing you're not alone with your kinks and desires. But is this a group that you want to meet up with? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It'll
bowling
happen
night.
regardless, but yeah.
It's bowling night with your, like, you got your crew.
Yeah.
It's just all guys
What's your
with
babe
sex
doing?
doll girlfriends.
What if the sex dolls don't get along with each other? Start fighting.
Which celebrity, though, would you cave and say, okay, I will own a sex doll version of that?
Which wouldn't I?
Oprah?
Oh my God. That one has to smell like money.
It's going to be expensive, too. What about you, Valdez? You got to pick one. Only one celebrity.
That I would cave and say, yes, I need this
Yes,
doll.
yes, you'll have that celebrity sex doll because you know there's going to be people that sign off on this. Only fan models too, for sure. Will probably be the first wave of quote unquote celebrity that will have fully endorsed likeness models of themselves available, and it's happening again probably by next Christmas season. So I mean, it's gonna show up here a lot quicker than you realize.
God, so then I have to go like Sofia Vergara. Oof.
Okay, yeah, the younger version or the modern day version.
Right now. Like,
Okay,
right now. Yeah,
look at
she's-
you, age appropriate pervert.
They're gonna
I
have
appreciate
the they're
that.
gonna have the Golden Girls versions on sale, probably. We'll still get a few of those.
Yeah. All right, we're asking that question to our commenters as well. You can comment along on Facebook or YouTube.com/BeefVegan. We got your science coming up after music from Stain to Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, I mean it's as weird and pervy as the subject is. The reality is. 100% this is something that it's gonna be a norm. It's just gonna be normal. Megan Fox would be the only exception. It's not that you can't, Brittany. It's eventually you will. See, Ashley said Tom Hardy or Evan Peters. Okay, all right. You could probably get a combination of both. David said Betty White. Absolutely. Let's see. You mean sex doll wasn't your science segment? No, it wasn't actually. Sorry. Even though it was a little scientific, I did have doctor advice there. Let's see, Sophia, Manny's on the same page, so maybe you guys could share. You could go in on it, and then you could have it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Manny can have Sophia on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Bro didn't even hit the clean cycle.
Yeah, and you both rest on Sunday because that's the Lord's Day. All right, Sandra Bullock, that's a weird one. Dave, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why is that weird?
I don't know. I don't have a thing for Sandra Bullock. I'm like,
Maybe he was thinking like Speed
congeniality.
Sandra.
oh, Bill Nye. All right, the Bill Nye sex doll. That's I met Bill Nye. Doesn't mean I want to have sex with his likeness, but yeah, he was.
No offense.
Okay, this is a throwback, dude. Well, first off, Manny, already date night, bros night out.
Oh, I love you, Coach, but not that much.
All right, let's see. Well, he is the coach. He'll tell you how to play the game. Anne Hathaway or Nicole Kidman? Anne Hathaway was a throwback that I did not expect. Oh, no, actually, I'm thinking Anne Heche. Anne Hathaway, yeah, excellent choice.
I was like, it's not that bad of a
no,
throwback.
I was thinking Anne Heche.
I think with the Eiffel Tower type stuff, they're going to probably have a subscription model. You have to be like an upper tier subscriber to do that kind of stuff. They're going to be on like the Netflix model eventually, like everything else.
Oh, subscription based?
Yeah.
All right, what about this? Out of all the KFMA staff, who would they want to buy a doll of?
Bamski, Bam saying me. No. The timing there was bad. No.
Perfect timing.
The answer's obviously always going to be Robin Nash. All right. Selma Hayek is a good one too. So, yeah. We got,
Love me some Selma.
Yep. All right.
The snake version.
Yeah, I have a video of, where's it?
Even better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is a funny video of a pizza delivery driver. You can't be a delivery driver and scared of dogs. All right. And if you don't believe me, I'll give you an example as to why. Okay. This is a ring cam footage of a pizza delivery driver in the UK getting terrified by dogs. Check this out.
Hello, buddy. Oh, dog, it's coming. Yeah, she's friendly, don't worry. She's just dog, it's contact. No! Don't worry, she's friendly, she's friendly.
She's friendly.
Oh,
but I'm not. You dropped my pizza.
Oh, yeah. She's fine, mate. She's just mouthing. Hey, come in, you waddy. Thanks, mate.
Are you tipping this guy at that point?
Hell no.
Yeah,
I'm
if
using
you
the
love
Domino's
life,
insurance on
Get
that
your
one.
deep fried turkey sandwiches at Arby's.
Shut the fuck
And
up.
then I'm going to Arby's.
Where's
Yeah,
the
dude.
beef?
Arby's has deep fried turkey sandwiches. I've been trying to get deep fried turkey for, I don't know, like 10 Thanksgivings now. Am I driving through Arby's today? I might be. Oh. And yes,
I got you.
And thank you. You guys, the beef sex doll would be a lot better than the actual sex doll. I'll tell you that for a fact. But even though we got the same move, you just kind of lay there. No.
You want to play a game?
You want to play a game? Service me. Don't service yourself.
Is that a War Games reference? I love it.
Yeah.
No, it was a beef reference, but that fits.
I say that all the time. And in fact, I say it during the Roadrunners games now, too. So,
Let's play a game.
yeah. So I go Tucson when it's intermission time. I want to play a game. And it's too bad Johnny, the sound guy, doesn't drop my little sounder there when I do. But maybe I'll get him on that page. I got to just email it to him.
Ivy sent me pictures of you. She's like, Beef's at the game. I was like, yeah, he's their second mascot.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like the white Flava Flav. He just hypes up everybody for the hockey game.
It's an accurate description. And in fact, actually, I'm such a mascot for the team that my jersey went for $100 more than Dusty's during the last auction on Saturday. Yeah, dude. Dusty's jersey went for $400. Mine went for $500.
It's because Dusty's a snob. He doesn't talk.
Yeah, I know. And I talk to everybody. So very sweet couple. I bought this jersey and, I was actually envious because I wanted to keep it. But Bob, the president, I was like, Bob, can I keep this? And he's like, well, we got to get our money back, right? And we're raising money for charity. So he's like, here's the deal. If you can get your jersey sold for $500, I'll hook you up with a $100 gift certificate to cold beers and cheeseburgers. And I'm like, all right. You had me
How is that the same as a jersey?
Well, it's cold beers and cheeseburgers, dude. Have you been to Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers?
Negative.
It's a good place. It's some place that have you been, Rico?
No. But
So-
some would say it's as good as a jersey.
I like cold beers. I like cheeseburgers. It's a good sports bar. It's up on Oracle, but they had one in Scottsdale as well. So they're like gourmet burgers. And I mean, I like my jersey more, but I think I'm going to get one without my name on it. And the veterans jersey, I don't know if you saw the pictures that were posted. It kind of looks like Cody Rhodes' logo. So WWE. So if I wanted to go to a WWE show and be one of those marks, I don't own a wrestling T-shirt, but I do have a jersey that has a logo that could be misconstrued as WWE IP, but they can't sue me either. So I'm legit. But yeah, that would have been my 10th custom jersey. But I'm actually happy that I'm getting a jersey that doesn't have my name on it, because I was explaining to Bob, I can't wear these jerseys out in public. As much as like some days you just want to throw on a jersey, right? And that's because I'll go out in public and then I'll hear people go, beef, right? And then I'll think either they know me from the game or they know me from the radio show. And then I'll be like, hey, what's going on, man? And they won't know me at all. They'll just think they think it's funny that I have beef on my jersey. This has happened to me several times. And I'm like, oh, you listen to the show? They're like, what show? No, it says beef on your jersey. That's fucking stupid. Oh, thanks for shouting it out then and letting everyone know.
Next time that happens, they're like, beef. You'll be like, oh, you subscribe to my OnlyFans? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right? Rico, have you done a 5-star on Raiders Reef? I feel like you have.
I feel like I have.
Yeah.
I know I did one in the exotic pet store as a strip club.
Yes.
But I don't think I've done Raiders. Maybe I should.
All right. Let's see.
I'm going to go do some research first.
Legit question. Does a sex doll need to be preheated? Yes, actually.
With my pee-pee.
Whoa. We're on YouTube. We're not on, Twitter. So you gotta be careful with that kind of language.
We're not on
Sorry,
Twitch.
Dad.
Yeah. But yes, it does preheat. The models, the more expensive the models, the more body temperature like they would feel. And in some scenarios, you'd have to warm them up before, and there's a process of.
Oh my
Does your
God.
microwave have a sex doll button on it?
So much trouble to bang a doll. Why wouldn't you just bang a human?
Oh,
Look,
that's
not enough trouble?
Yeah, dude.
Jeez, Valdez.
I mean, how easy is it for you to just bang? I mean, you got to go out. You got to, you pick them up. You got to make sure the car is clean.
Got to tell them they're pretty and stuff.
Yeah. You got to listen to respond, ask questions, buy them dinner, a couple drinks, be charming, be funny, go back, continue to do the charm, yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, 3 a.m, you're finally getting it on. That's a lot of work. As opposed to just plugging the USB in, waiting 15 minutes for it to warm up and be like, oh, it's game time. I'm not saying I got one because I don't. I'm not saying that I would never get one because I won't. Rock 1 2.1, that was Stained with It's Been a While. Welcome back to the show. It's time for your science news. There's a couple stories that are making news scientifically, and the first one answered the question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Right? Now, this is a hypothetical that we've heard our entire life with no one knowing the exact answer until now. I think scientists figured out and cracked the code.
Finally.
Yeah. So what came first was the egg. Yep.
Knew it.
That's what you knew? You had a strong feeling.
Strong feeling.
Okay. Well, okay. So this is a study centered around a one-cell organism discovered in 2017 in Hawaii that found that it existed for over 1 billion years. They found this one-cell organism, and it was over 1 billion years old. And even before animals were roaming the planet. That's how old this organism is. Okay, so the research determined that it was able to form something similar to animal embryos, which shows that eggs existed long before chickens did. Yeah, plus the first chicken-like creature came into existence around 10,000 years ago, and dinosaurs were laying eggs long before that. Right? So if you're going to answer that question, and if someone ever tries to stump you and act like they're an intellectual, I'm like, oh yeah, what came first, chicken or the egg? You could confidently say the egg came first. Egg came first.
El huevo.
Open shut, dude. And which makes sense, obviously, because you're not just going to have a chicken just go burst out of unless David Blaine is doing a show involving chickens.
Which will happen eventually.
Oh, he's fantastic with that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now onward to other scientific news. This is bad news for all you guys who like to go thrifting out there. And if you're a germaphobe, they say secondhand clothing can be a warehouse for germs. Yeah, which shouldn't be a surprise. But a new report has shown how secondhand clothing can be rife with germs and pathogens. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy them if the deal's too good to pass up, but you got to take precautions. One is to wash the clothes in hot water, at least 140 degrees. And if that's not possible, use a laundry disinfectant to kill any potential harmful bacteria, because if you take anything from the thrift store and you just rock it.
Yeah, who's doing that?
Powers. Have you seen how he dresses? It was straight off the rack, dude, obviously. I'm still mad at him for farting in my car yesterday, okay? And finally, science revealed the age you should cut out drinking for good. Now, this is the one scientific theory that I kind of disagree with. Now, Valdez, I see the look of concern on your face because you're a guy who loves cervezas. What age do you think should be the age where you stop drinking for good?
The day I die because of alcohol poisoning.
Okay, well, Rico, you're more health-minded. What would you say?
No, I still indulge, but I don't know if they're probably going to say, I'm guessing somewhere early 30s.
No, actually, we still have a lot more time to party. That's
All
the
right.
good news.
All right. Yeah.
Bad news is we should stop by the age of 65. Yeah, and that's because they say they identify alcohol as a very, very weak neurotoxin, and that's not good for nerve cells. And from the age of 65, bodies have less neurons than before at that time, and that's when people should significantly decrease their alcohol consumption with the end goal of completely eliminating it by the time they hit 70. But I will argue this. You know, I grew up with a generation with my grandparents. They were basically, what's the word for it when they embalm you or something, right?
Oh, God.
Well, like, they were all massive alcoholics, right? The whole Sun City crew. And my grandfather would probably still be alive today if he didn't have to quit drinking for a surgery. That's when he went into shock. But whenever he would go to the doctor, they're like, dude, you're healthy as a horse. You know, whatever you're doing, keep it up. And he's like, you know what I'm doing? I'm getting drunk every day. So from the moment I wake up, I'm drinking vodka, right? I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm eating steak. And you're like, yeah, well, keep doing it, right? Because that's how it was. And you see so many people who are so old and they're just alcoholics, they kind of preserve themselves in a way.
My Korean war vet grandfather was a functioning alcoholic, and he lived to 90.
That's a different generation, though.
Yeah.
Bro, he was hardcore.
I know. And it's in a weird way, you could argue that it preserves them in a weird way. But, you know.
The doctor's like, please don't stop drinking.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
That's what my grandfather's doctor said, basically. And when the day he had to stop drinking was the day he ended up passing away, which is unfortunate, yeah. But, you know, according to science, he should have stopped long before that. So, you know, I'm going to lean on the side of science on this one, you know. We'll see more research as it develops. But till then, you know, they say 65 is the age you should cut off your drinking for good. So, again, you still have 25 years.
Do I really want to live to 90, though? Like, can people handle Valdez, old Valdez? Like,
oh, yeah, I can't wait to see it. Old
Tio
Valdez.
Valdez.
Yeah.
Tata Valdez. I just can't wait till the bartender cuts me off. Be like, I'm not even 65. How dare you?
All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We'll have your beef tip coming up after these words, so you keep it right here on Rock 102.1 KFMA. I have a pretty good beef tip, too. It's one of those feel-good beef tips. All right, let's see where we're at here on the stream. Any questions, concerns? There's 10. What's up, 10? Let's see.
Orange County.
Manny said, look at grandfather continued to enjoy to drink up till he passed away at 103.
holy hell.
Yeah, it's like one or the other, dude. One extreme or the other.
It's like cigarette smokers, the same thing. You see these old people smoking away.
Yeah.
It's all genetics.
Well, let's hope so. Because, you know, obviously I did not take care of my body. So, you know.
Keep riding that wave.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah, I know. But I'm like, well, my grandpa lived long. One
Right.
of them. Uh-oh. Which one am I leaning towards?
I'm just happy I still have hair.
Yeah,
Right.
good for you.
A lot of the dudes I went to high school with, like, bald as hell.
Yeah.
It's a strong Latino genes. That's what I got.
Got that strong Aztec hair.
Yeah.
You don't see that many bald Latinos?
They're there. That's more of a receding hairline.
Okay. Yeah, cannabis is the way to go. There's still no studies on that. I mean, even though there's been recent studies linking cannabis use to high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes, depending on, you know, I think everything in moderation is fine. Oh, yeah, there. Manny is Latino, and he's bald as fuck.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's
I
by
forgot
choice,
about
though.
that.
He looks
Yeah.
like a badass.
No, it's not by choice. No bald guy is bald by choice. You know, we actually started off the show talking about the 10 most sexiest bald celebrities according to People magazine, because Danny DeVito made the list at number 6.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of man right there. But Prince William made the list at number 1, which you're calling shenanigans, because, you know, Prince William was a cute kid, if you will, and then turned into like a really funky looking adult, dude. Did he not? Am I wrong? You know, I mean, if he wasn't a prince, he wouldn't have any game at all. Of course, he's married to Kate, and Kate is battling cancer right now, and I think she's winning that battle, which is great news. And she is a stunning woman, like an elegant, classic beauty. Someone that he would not be able to get if he wasn't a prince, because he has an odd-looking head, dude. Now,
You know who else did that? The little kid from Jerry Maguire. He grew up to be a ghoulish human being.
oh, I
It's
know.
like an MMA fighter, or like he's all
Is he really?
jacked now, I think.
All right, let's look it up. That seems like a Google thing.
That and the kid from The Sixth Sense. He stayed kind of weird looking.
Well, yeah, no, he looks weird as shit, but now he's resurrected his career. Kid from Jerry Maguire.
All your live people are like, are you the kid from Jerry Maguire?
Was it Johnny
Lipniski?
Lipniski, yeah.
How funny.
I mean, he was buff. Is he still buff? I mean, he's a little cross-eyed, but yeah, he's in good shape. All right, so here's.
Like, yeah, I'm the kid from Jerry. No, I'm the buff guy from Jerry Maguire.
I said
say something
for now, but
human head weighs 8 pounds. Pow, just knocks
Did
you out.
know?
Yeah. All right, so this is the kid from
That's
Jerry
funny.
Maguire.
Still has like a kid face.
Yeah, he's still baby-faced. I mean, what's the most recent one? This one looks a little cross-eyed. Oh, he looks like he's about to fight you.
Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you say, bro?
Come at me, bro.
Yeah,
Take
so-
off the shirt.
So he did better. He did better than the kid from Sixth Sense. So
At least the kid from Sixth Sense is funny.
yeah, well, when you look like that, you got to tap into your sense of humor. I know what I'm talking about. All right. So yeah, there's that. And
Thanks, Google.
earlier this week or last week, it was reported that 43 macaques broke out of a facility, and they started running rampant all over. I think South Carolina was the state. It was a big deal, and initially they fined the facility that was housing the macaques for improperly housing them and letting them escape, and then they're just running rampant through the community. And at first, zoo officials were like, they're just monkeys doing monkey stuff. They're just monkeying around. We'll get them eventually. They ended up catching, I think, 30 of them. So now 13 are still out in the wild of South Carolina. And this is essentially the origin story of Planet of the Apes, really. That's what we're seeing develop here in South Carolina. Because they escaped from a facility called Alpha Genesis. So it's a research facility. So all these macaques were being researched on.
Sounds like a movie
I'm telling you.
headquarters.
This is like the plot
Genesis.
line of
They're gonna find the monkeys in the woods, like doing sign language.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. If they don't already know them, say all the escapees are females and they've been interacting with mates despite being on the outside. All right, so
They're like any female inmate. They just want some loving.
yeah, so now you had 43 horny female macaques,
Macaque.
yeah, running rampant through South Carolina woods. Again, the beginning of the origin story of Planet of the Apes. So they got 30 of them. 13 are still out there fucking. Just keep that in mind.
Damn.
I know.
South Carolina.
I know.
Of course.
Bam, bam.
I'm Bad Monkey. Let's see. Do you want Planet of the Apes? Because that's how you get Planet of the Apes. I know. You mess around with Planet of the Ape games, you get that. Y'all see that monkey with big tits on here? I have not. I have not.
Yo, y'all see that monkey with the big tits?
It says best comment of the day, 10.
That's mean, bro. I'm losing
Y'all
weight.
see that monkey
God.
with the big tits?
I feel embarrassed to Google this.
Don't do it, dude.
Why, you think it's going to mess up my algorithm?
I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about this.
Monkey with, is this going to make me seem with big nose?
Yo, 10, send a link.
Yeah. I'm going to say breast to make it seem more scientific. Okay, so I
want a macaque with big memories.
before I hit search, I'm just going to show you this exact what I'm doing.
It's like, that's
Monkey
not it.
with big breasts. You ready?
I don't know.
Is this the monkey you're talking about? Oh my God, Derek 10. Really? I think this is the monkey you're talking about. I might get banned off YouTube for this.
Yeah,
oh
thanks.
my God, dude. There's nips. There's. Tell me that's the one you're talking about, 10, because I don't want to have to look at another
that
one.
we're good. I think that's it.
Yeah. So you think it was orangutan? Either way, I'm not Googling again. But so was that one of the macaques that escaped? Because that was a
That's
macaque.
terrifying.
Oh, you're welcome. So yeah, that was the one. How did it show up in your algorithm, dude?
Friend of a friend of a friend.
Yeah. All right, let's get ready for this beef tip. It's going to be such a wholesome beef tip, which is going to be like the opposite direction of where we went all morning long. Tomorrow,
Cleanser.
we're going to have Emil, Mari, Herb Stratford all in for the podcast broadcast, and it should be fun. On Friday, we're going to have Miss Olivia in studio, and then we're going to have Randall, the guy from Deadpool, in studio as well. So a couple great shows lined up for this short week as we continue And we like to thank all of you guys always for riding with us. I do appreciate it. So the beef tip is the importance of thank you and how it's more powerful than we realize. That's right. All right, so 8 seconds. Here we go. That's a song I'm sure most of the ladies listening to the show today would dedicate to us. She Hates Me by Puddle on Mud. Now, welcome back to the show. It is time for your beef tip before we wrap things up. Thank you all for listening. Today's beef tip is to tell you how thank you, the words thank you, is more powerful than we realize. Researchers from the University of Illinois studied how the phrase can make someone feel appreciated and helped the mental health of the person who says it. So not only the people you're saying it to, but also yourself. It's been shown that feeling grateful can increase happiness. Women are reported feeling less appreciated than men, but a simple thank you from a home-cooked meal or a chore that was done absolutely elevates mom's self-image. So next time someone does something nice to you, don't just think it, say it, and you'll both feel better for it. That's all the time we have for the show today. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks, Beef.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Valdez.
Thank both of you.
F you, Powers, for farting in my car. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later. I still think he farted in my car, bro. I'm not going to let that go until I solve this case. But thank you.
If you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.